This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Overrated. Deep fried pickles. I don't get it. K-Days is on. Taste of Edmonton has kicked off. I went out last night to Central Social Hall. They have deep fried pickles on their menu. And one of my closest girlfriends ordered them. And I said, ew, really? She's like, I love deep fried pickles. I said, but what about when you bite into it and it squirts and burns you? She's like, I love that. She's like, that's my favorite part.
Okay.
It's like, you're a freak.
Yeah.
But, and it was so funny because I've never met someone that was so passionate about deep fried pickles, because when they came out, she was like, oh, I thought they'd be the long,
Like vertically cut.
Vertically cut, but they cut them like literal chips and deep fry them like that.
So I liked them better like that.
Well, she was probably mad that it didn't squirt.
Yeah.
But
Frustrating,
I
right?
don't get the appeal. Very frustrating. Hate when it doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen, huh?
But yeah, I just don't get the appeal. Everyone around the table is like, can I have one? Can I have one? I'm like, ew, gross. If I'm going to eat a pickle, it's going to be a sweet pickle from a jar.
Okay. Go to a retirement home. It's the only people that like sweet pickles more than dill pickles.
Dill pickles, I don't get it.
What? Do you like dill pickle seasoning? Do you like the flavor of...
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. This is ridiculous. Listen, I was going to agree with you that deep fried pickles are overrated because...
The hot taste of it?
No.
So gross.
The flavor's good. It's just they're always overpriced.
Oh,
You know-
really? See,
Wow.
I've never known the price.
You know how cheap it is to make a pickle?
It's a cucumber.
Exactly. Very cheap. Pickles are a cheap thing to make. You're cutting that into 4, you're deep frying it, and you think you can charge $16 for a few pickles? No. That is a ridiculous price. Deep fried pickles should be like the same price as like French fries.
I wonder if there have been any serious injuries from deep fried pickles.
For
because
sure.
sometimes when they are cut vertically and you bite into it, like, you don't know where that squirt is going.
And you don't know how hot it is until
It's so
you
hot.
bite.
I just don't understand the appeal of a hot pickle. A pickle should be cold at all times. That's why I don't like them on sandwiches either.
Like hot sandwiches?
Like a hot chicken sandwich.
Okay.
When it's got a pickle on it, I'm like, this isn't right.
I don't even want to talk to you anymore. Apparently, the youngers are now using the word missionary just to explain anything that's bland or boring. Yeah, so they'll be like,
Yeah, I went to a movie last night. It was missionary.
that's hilarious.
It's so funny. I mean, nobody's saying that about Top Gun. If you haven't
No.
seen Top Gun in theaters yet, you are missing out
No,
on
that's
a
straight
life-changing experience.
That's straight reverse cowgirl.
That's like,
that's
yeah.
so reverse cowgirl.
You know when you go to your favorite fast food restaurant and you get your usual order, somebody that was working that day didn't do a very good job. Maybe you got like the last batch of the fries.
Not enough ketchup on it. Or
This meal's missionary. I'm gonna say that to a friend after like they invite me over for dinner. How was everything? Well,
it was a bit missionary.
Tell me something.
Good. Brought to you by the all-new Derek Dodge. Come join our family at DerekDodge.com.
Play 107.
this story is crazy. A 25-year-old pizza delivery guy named Nick was just driving through a residential area when he noticed a house was on fire. Jumps into action, goes in, saves everyone's lives. They were all sleeping, and there were no parents home at this point. There was an 18-year-old who must have been watching the other kids. And I think there were 5. Yep, there were 5 kids total trapped in this burning home. The last one was a 6-year-old girl. All the siblings were like, there's still like our sister's in there, our sister's in there. He goes back in. He was quoted after, because he saved all of them. And he said, I accepted that I was probably going to die. And he said he had this weird calm come over him that he just knew he had to just get to work and find this girl.
He should get into being a firefighter.
So
Like,
he eventually,
that's amazing.
yeah, so he eventually found her, couldn't get out because they were trapped on the second floor. So he broke a window and jumped out with her in his arms.
Incredible.
And when the first responders got there, the only footage you can see is him running out of this, which by now the whole house is like engulfed in flames. And it's him running across the front lawn with the 6-year-old in his arms. And this is all captured on like the chest footage of one of the police officers that showed up.
My goodness.
So they're honoring this guy. He's getting like one of those city hero awards wherever he lives. I actually don't even know where he resides. Lafayette is where they live. I don't even know where that is. Do you?
I don't think I do. No, maybe Texas.
It's on the map now, at least. Thanks to superhero Nick. Yeah, a really cool story.
Tell me something good.
My story is also about a good Samaritan who is just working and then stopped what he was doing to save a life. Crazy how close our stories are.
Yeah,
yours is a bit more intense. This guy was doing some solar paneling. That's what the 18-year-old Jake Manna was up to with work, and he was listening to the radio on the roof while he was doing it.
Got to support local.
And he heard a story about a 5-year-old autistic girl who had just wandered away from her home, and nobody could find her, and that they were searching everywhere for her. So the search was on. First responders were actively searching her family, and Jake jumped into action as well and just decided to take an hour break and see if she was anywhere near this kind of rural area that he was working. He ended up walking down a path on his way to a lake and noticed that there was a pair of diapers, I think, and another piece of clothing, a T-shirt, that were just kind of on the road. And so he knew there was a chance that this little girl was close by. He ends up getting down to the stream that this road went to, and he saw her just swimming. She was not like standing in the water. I don't know if she can actually swim.
Yeah, she was probably just in the water, in the shore, yeah.
And so he tried to convince her to come out. She wouldn't. So he ended up getting into the water and scooping her up and putting her over his shoulder, carrying her out and getting her back to safety. And same thing, they're honoring him as a guardian angel and giving him a key to the city, if I'm not mistaken. Plus, just looking at the picture of this guy, great hair.
Good hair?
Yeah, he's got it all.
You know what? I saw a photo of Nick, who saved the family, the pizza delivery guy.
Yeah.
Also.
Great hair?
Great hair.
Tell me something good.
Talking about times your kids embarrassed you.
Do you have a story?
Yeah. I was at a restaurant. My daughter would have been about 4. And a nice older lady came up and said, "Hi, how are you?" My daughter went, "Wow, you're old."
Oh, no.
And this lady was being so nice. She might have picked up our tab if my kid wouldn't have dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah, she ruined everything.
Ruined everything.
So, did she get a talking to, and did she ever do it again?
Yeah, I told her afterwards. You can't be telling people that. I don't know if she was listening.
Yeah.
She was playing with her iPad or her toy at that point.
No, she was not. Oh, yeah. We're asking you times that your kids have embarrassed you. Everybody has a story. Jen wrote in saying, my son went through a phase when he was 4 that he would pee on a tree anywhere. Mid-soccer game, he would run off the field and pee on a tree.
Awesome.
At the zoo, pee on the tree at the park. My ex, I think, told him, if you ever can't find a bathroom, go find a tree. But he meant go behind a tree, not just find a tree and openly pee on it in front of everyone.
So we're at Canadian Tire getting Christmas decorations. And I seen a mistletoe, so I was like, what about this mistletoe, Evan? He's like, well, what about a camel toe? Oh, my God. People in the next aisles were laughing. I was so embarrassed.
How old was your son at the time?
He was probably about 6 or 7.
So he didn't want to get a mistletoe. He preferred
Camel.
Yeah.
Where would he have heard that? Just on a TV show or something in the background?
Probably his father.
Tracy wrote in, always love when you contribute to our show, Trace. This was a while ago. I took my nephew to the lake where it was full of people and a fire truck came by the beach. My nephew starts yelling out, "Look, Auntie Tracy, look at the big fire." And it's another word that rhymes with truck.
Yeah. That's what I used to call Kentucky Fried Chicken. My uncle thought it was the best, so he'd get me to tell everybody what I wanted for dinner.
When kids don't know that they're swearing, it is one of the most entertaining things.
Yeah. My daughter, when she was really little, she used to talk about her freckles, and it sounded like... And so, her mother's freckles as well was always really funny to me. Yeah.
Freckles is really funny. That's great.
All right, what do you got for us?
So my youngest was probably about 2.5 and just figuring out the differences between boys and girls. And we were in the supermarket, and he decided to ask the probably 70-year-old man behind us if that man had a
Oh, no.
The old man took it so well, he just kind of laughed it off, and he was like, yes, young man, I do.
Good for him. I had a friend who's, they had some company over, and their daughter would have been about 3 at the time, and she snuck in. Her dad was having a quick shower after he got home from work, and then she came out in front of everybody. She went, Daddy's got a front tail.
Children are priceless.
Yeah.
Children are priceless.
Thank you for the call. We appreciate it.
Thanks for answering. Have a great day, guys.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Play.
New trend that we're seeing is this little miss or little mister or little mix, and it's followed by just a personality trait. And it's a really funny way to do it. People are posting memes of just these characters with their personality traits above them.
Yeah. And did you already give the Instagram account a shout out?
Little Miss Notes app is the most popular one. It's got 1.2 million
Wow.
followers already.
Okay.
So, we'll
You
give an
just
example.
share the ones that you feel relate to your personality. I see a lot of people are sharing those to their Instagram stories.
Little Miss Hits Curbs made me laugh really hard.
Yeah, I really liked Little Miss takes too many photos of their dog when they're sleeping cute.
Little Miss Sweatshirt Stealer. They're really funny.
Little Miss scalding hot showers.
Here are some of the listener contributed answers so far, and then we'll get into Lisa and I have written some for each other. Little Mr. Gross Feet.
Ew.
Little Miss Photo Radar Tickets.
Ooh, true. Kelsey says Little Miss Competitive. You know this because you've played against her in slow pitch.
She's very competitive,
See?
yes. I hate that she's so good, too.
Well, that makes it hard to be mad. You get why she's competitive. She deserves to be.
I just need to start being on her team
Yeah.
eventually. Then I'll like her.
Melissa says Little Miss Caffeinated. Chantel, Little Miss overthinks everything to the point of making myself sick with anxiety.
Jason says Little Mr. Barban. That's a good one.
Oh, that's really good.
And Jessica says Little Miss texts too much when interested.
I like that there's some self-deprecating humor here, that we're accepting the fact that we're not perfect.
Right. And so maybe we should have written our own, but instead we've written them about each other.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Little Mr. Nose Whistle.
Don't.
Oh, it's getting worse. Maybe there's a hair up there that needs to get trimmed. How do nose whistles work?
Okay, well, I got one for you.
Wait, no. Don't be mean to me.
Little Miss keeps trying natural deodorant even though it doesn't work. Oh, it's on. You go again then.
Little Mr. Sports Better, but never wins.
Little Miss talks about summer being over on August 1st.
It is over. I'm serious. I saw a yellow leaf the other day. Little Mr. takes rec sports seriously.
Little Miss asks for a bite of my food even though she knows it annoys me.
Little Mr. hates concerts.
Little Miss forgets her passwords.
Little Mr. Fried Chicken Freak. Smells like it too. Just kidding. I had to add that one.
Little Miss Mean. Would you marry your favorite food if it was a person?
What kind of a question is that?
A very stupid one. I just came across a survey that asked that question, and I'm like, are they out of questions? They're asking people this now?
You know, the people that are in charge of building these surveys, they're all burnt out.
Exactly. It sounds
They're
like
done.
it.
They're done. They've mailed it in.
It's Play 107 with Ryder and Lisa. Some of the other questions asked in this poll I found interesting, though. To answer that, though, over half of people polled would marry their favorite food. Stupid. Let's move on. A lot of people said that they would subject themselves to their worst fears if it meant unlimited access to their favorite food. So things like public speaking, that's one of the biggest fears for people. Heights, spiders or insects. And people would, subject themselves to that for unlimited access.
I would not.
You wouldn't?
No, I would not do anything high up in the sky.
Even if it's
food.
free?
No, absolutely not.
Really? That's ridiculous.
I'd rather starve.
No, get over it.
I don't like heights.
See,
And everyone's like, just do it. It drives me crazy.
Okay.
When people are like, it's not that bad. Just get up on that ladder, Lisa.
you just don't like working.
True. It does get me out of a lot of jobs.
Yeah, it does. Clean the eavesdrops? No.
No, can't do it. Sorry.
I feel like I would love free access, unlimited access to my favorite food, but I also understand that my favorite food is chicken wings, and that would be a very unhealthy thing for me to have unlimited access to. So if I would go with something, I would pick something that I really like that's healthy, like a poke bowl. I love those.
Can you have that much raw fish? Can you have that every day? Yeah, I guess you could. There's a little bit in there.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Some of the other things that people would do is like dangerous stuff, run with the bulls, skydiving. Not that dangerous, but people would be willing to do wild stunts.
What do you
for
mean
access to their food.
skydiving is not that dangerous? You're jumping out of an airplane.
Yeah, but most people, almost all people, don't get hurt doing it. So that's why I would say it's not dangerous.
Do you only have to do it
It's
once?
extreme.
Do you have to only do it once to get unlimited food forever? Or do you have to jump out of a plane every day? Because statistically...
Eventually that's going to get you. No, I think just once.
Wow.
The top food that people hold in their hearts, hold a special place in their hearts, according to this poll, is number 1, pizza. And then tied for second is cheese, fried chicken, and pasta.
That's my grocery list. What survey is this? Are you just looking in the notes section of my phone?
The Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.